Were there like ancient societies into numerology, like the pyramids and that kind of stuff?
Of course. People in Babylon, when it comes down to, Atlantis, this is all they used. Because this is for you people to understand what numerology is, it basically represents energy. There's some people out there who can read auras. There's some people out there that can look at you and see what is magnifying off you. And based off the colors, it will be able to say what type of mood you're in, if you're trustworthy, all that other stuff. But here's the thing about numerology. We don't have to see those colors. We don't have to see auras. As long as we can interpret the numbers, they will tell us what the energy is. And whenever it's an 11 day, you expect people to be emotional. 11 is also a number of charisma. So people who are born on the 11th tend to have a lot of charisma. There's two ways to be 11s. You can be born on the 11th, like the top podcaster in the world. What's his name?
Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan!
Oh.
The top guy in the world is born on August 11th. He happens to share the same birthday as the top wrestler of all time, Hulk Hogan. The real American hero, he was born on the 11th. So again, it's generational. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just one generation with that birthday, it's another one too. Who is pretty much the top guy when it comes to streaming in Miami?
Sneeko. Aiden.
There you go. Aiden, and when's he born? On the 11th. So when it comes down to it, people who are born on the 11th have natural charisma. You might look at Aiden and be like, whoa, how did this guy get on? He's not really talented. But people are drawn to him because he's born on the 11th, and that's why he's in that position.
So, like, what about all the people born on 11th that don't have influence? Are they just, like...
They're not using their abilities to their potential.
So they basically, like, have more potential because they're born on the 11th?
100%. Candace Owens came out of nowhere and did it. Candace Owens was not a plant. Candace Owens was not manufactured, and she was born on the 29th. What's 2 and 9?
11.
There you go. Now, it's not just when it comes to people who are influencers, because I just don't want to go there. Let's go to things that are much more important than influencers. Would you agree that the president of the United States tends to be a little bit more important than these influencers we're talking about?
I'd say so.
Okay. Barack Obama, born 8/4/1961, 8/4/1961, adds up to 29, 2 and 9 is 11. What does that tell you? That tells you that Barack Obama, probably the guy with the best mouthpiece since John F. Kennedy, and John F. Kennedy's born on the 29th, 2 and 9 is 11, is an 11 life path. Who else is an 11? Do you remember, you might not, but there's a guy called Ronald Reagan. He was the Republicans' messiah, and Ronald Reagan was an 11 life path. Let's go to Joe Biden is an 11 life path. He's old, but if you look at his past, he used to have a lot of charisma when he was a lot younger.
Do a lot of like so numerology is typically with a lot of like these feminist whores. But like
100%.
What do they have any of it right, or they have just a whole different version of it?
No, they just make stuff up. There's no accountability. You understand? When I tell you something, I'm throwing a birthday. I'm throwing an event behind it so people can be like, yo, look it up yourself. Don't believe me. Look it up yourself. I'm actually being accountable by telling you what I believe and then giving you information to back it up. There's no accountability with these women. So obviously, they're not going to give you the same. They're going to tell you, you're going to meet someone with the letter S on Tuesday, and it's going to be a wonderful day.
Some bullshit.
And guess what? The sun's going to come up tomorrow, too. So, again, there's a difference between what I do and what these broads do, okay? I'll give you an example. One time I checked this woman. Her name is Allison. She's been a numerologist for 40 years. And she is selling matchmaking advice. And again, I have no problem with it. Capitalism's wonderful. If you have a skill, sell it. The thing is, she's divorced 3 times. So if you're selling matchmaking advice and you're divorced 3 times, don't you think that's kind of, fraudulent?
Yeah.
Okay, so I check her on this, and she tells me I hate women. Again, no accountability, no nothing. I just hate people because they disagree with me. No. I hate people because they're fraudulent. I hate people because they don't have any morals. I hate people because they're thieves. I hate people because they don't actually represent their true selves. That's a reason to basically hate someone. But for being truthful, no, you're just trying to better someone else.
Why is the birthday so important? Like the day you're born?
Because when you're born, you're imprinted with energy.
And like even like a C-section, that's like the same thing.
Even both my kids are C-sections.
What about the day you're conceived? Does that have anything? That might be a weird question, but
They're a little bit too smart. We'll talk about that off.
oh, that's an off-camera one.
That's an off-camera one. But yes, things do matter. Everything matters. But just to go back to what I was saying, for instance, let's take you. What's your birthday?
August 20th, 2003.
Okay. So you're born August 20th, 2003. Because you're born in 2003, you're going to have the characteristics of the goat energy, because that is the year of the goat. So you have to think of it like this. The earth is spinning. And once every 12 years, it spins with different energy. And whenever you're born, you're imprinted with that energy that it's spinning with. So it's imprinted on you. So that means because you're a goat, you're going to have good goat years and you're going to have bad ox years. The next year, the ox is 2033. That's probably a year that you have to lay low a little bit. The next goat year is 2027. I'm willing to bet that you're going to fucking blow the hell up faster than any time in your life that year. Examples. I'm sure people know who Andrew Tate here is. Andrew Tate was born 1986, the year of the tiger. When he come up, 2022, the year of the tiger. What do you think? That's a coincidence? But someone could say, yo, that's one example. That doesn't mean anything. And you know what? I agree with you. Don't you know someone named Sneeko?
Yeah, he's a
Sneeko,
year of the
born
tiger
1998, the year of the tiger. He got his first milli last year, 2022, the year of the tiger. There's another guy called Mr. Beast. He's born 1998, year of the tiger, and what he do last year? He got $1 billion evaluation for his YouTube. He's basically became a billionaire last year.
Yeah, no.
Tiger year. But you know what? Someone could say, yo, that's not enough. I got one more for you. You know who Tom Cruise is?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise is born 1962, the year of the tiger. The first Top Gun movie came out 1986, the year of the tiger. He became a star. And then last year, the second Top Gun movie came out 2022, the year of the tiger. He's a tiger. He was the highest paid actor in Hollywood last year. So again, not one, not two, not three, but 4 examples of how this works in everyday life. This is what the women won't do. They will not give you these type of examples. They will just say, trust me. Guess what? We don't trust you. It's that simple. I need evidence. I am the biggest critic in the world. That's why I'm trying to tell people. I was the biggest critic. I need evidence. I need proof. And that's why I'm able to provide so much when you ask me questions. There's no hesitation.
How does this incorporate with religion? Because I have a very religious audience, and a lot of them probably say like haram, haram, all this kind of stuff.
Listen, first of all, I respect the Muslim faith. I believe Islam will do a lot to cleanse in the in the decades to come. But listen, it's very simple. If you believe in Allah, if you believe in Jesus Christ, if you believe in anything any religious book has, they're all written in different languages. The Torah, the Quran, the Bible, all different languages. They only have one thing in common: numbers. Every single one of your holy books has numbers, and they're all in the same shapes. See, the languages are different, but the numbers are all the same. And what that basically tells you is this: it's a universal language. It is a gift from God. It is that simple. This is a virtual reality. This is all a virtual reality.
Spiritual beings in a human existence.
Exactly. This is all a virtual reality. And numerology and astrology are the cheat codes in life. If you learn these codes, you get to navigate life a lot easier.
What are some of like the numerical coincidences in the holy books? Like I know like the moon's mentioned 28 times in the Quran, the sun 365.
Let's just put it this way. Without going to every single one, the Quran, the Bible, and the Torah are all coded. And they're all coded with the numbers and percentages. I believe 70% of the earth is water, and somehow percentage equals the same in the Quran, where it's mentioned. Again, I'm not an expert on this, but I know there's codes in the Quran, there are codes in the Bible, there are codes in the Torah. And if you take the time to study them, you're going to see that they basically all have one thing in common: numbers. And again, numbers are the one universal language. Men lie. We know women lie. but numbers never lie, and that's just the case. 2 plus 2 is always going to equal 4, no matter how hurt your feelings are. No matter if you need a safe space or not, it's always going to add up to the same thing. So what people have to understand is, you don't need to believe me. I'm not here to sell you on anything, okay? What you need to believe is to trust the people in positions of power, because they're the ones using this information.